Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Fanatic at soundsforproducers.com. Welcome to a special series video where I go over producer books that are very beneficial. Hopefully it'll inspire you and give you some wisdom, but I definitely wanted to go over this series for you so that way you learn something you haven't learned before and hopefully take you from point A to point B all the way down to Z, wherever you want to go. And speaking to Z, we're going over A to Z, one of my favorite producers, Zaytoven. So we're going to go over his book and kind of highlight certain things that I thought stood out. It's a quick read. So anyway, let's get into the video, man. Check it out. Alright, yeah, I didn't want to make a long intro. So anyway, I thought it'd be a great idea to go over some books that inspired me and also taught me a lot of things and reminded me of a lot of things that I tend to forget when I'm just making music. I know all of us can learn something. You know, you want to not look at life as the glass, what is it? I'm totally messing it up. Half full, is it? You want to see it as half empty. There we go. Whatever. You get the idea. Basically, you don't know everything. I don't know everything. And hopefully, you know, going over this, some of the highlights in this book will help you. And also remind you. And hopefully I say something right that you can value from, take it, and run with it. And you're like, man, that dude's crazy, but he did say something. So anyway, and forgive me, I'm surviving off of, I think I've been up since 3 a.m. and it is close to 11 o'clock. So that gives you an idea of how much I've been grinding today, but I'm just so excited and I don't know. Anyway, we got a lot going on for the channel. Oh, I didn't even ask. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that sub button. Click the bell as well so that way you're alerted to more videos such as this and more producer tips and beat making videos. But let's get into this. I'm talking too much. So anyway, from A to Z, this book came out a little while ago. If you don't know Zaytoven, it's this guy right here, this brother right here. Very, let me try to get back and forth. Very nice guy. Well, I don't know him personally, but very deep dude, man. He's very spiritual and extremely talented. He's crazy on the keys. He's dope on the MPC. He's a musician and a real straight up guy. I don't know, after reading it and after watching all his videos and you know, checking out his content, I don't know, I think I, you know, understand him more as a person after reading this. And it's always cool to look up to producers that have done so much and still doing it. So, and also their journey, you know, reading this. I read it a little while back, I think about 2 years ago. I wouldn't mind reading it again, but it is a quick read. So I think I got mine, I think it's on Amazon, or I ordered it from his website or something. But don't quote me on that. And Zay, if you watch any of these videos or anybody sends this to you, you're awesome, man. Really inspired. You inspire me as a producer. Like, you inspire me not only just make great music, but also as a man and as a human being and how to, you know, stay spiritually connected. And I'm a deep dude. Anyway, I'm going way off tangent. But anyway, dope. So the first chapter we're gonna go over is action, right? He mentioned action. That's his first chapter. So let me find an area that kind of stood out to me and I'll kind of speak on it so that way, you know, you can relate to it and hopefully get something from this video. The first thing he says is from Proverbs. He says, an intelligent person aims at wise action, but a fool starts off in many directions. I mentioned this before in the 2019 goal video. If you haven't seen that, backtrack in this channel, backtrack in the videos and find out that I think it was 2019 goals, or what are your goals, or something like that. Basically, I was saying how you need to have a destination to where you're going in your music production career. Are you just selling leases online? Are you selling your entire catalog to a company? Are you looking to be signed to a label, major label, indie label, entertainment company? Are you looking to do stuff on TV, film? Are you trying to do stuff like for festivals, major, big stuff? Do you want a bunch of placements all over Billboard? I mean, what is your end goal with this? You know, like, where are you going with it? And it's important to have that destination. And that's kind of what I was speaking about. And it's crazy. I read this: an intelligent person aims at wise action. Wise. Of course, that's subjective, but you want to have like a chart. Like, where am I going? I need to be here by this time, or I'm aiming to get here so I can get here. That's wise action. So that way you know how to move. Think of like a running back. Actually, I played football for many years, and I was a beast, man. So think how a running back's running a ball, right? You know you got to get to that end zone, but you see all the players, all the defensive team coming at you, and they're coming at you different directions, different speeds, different angles. And some people you don't want to run into because they knock you out. But you kind of want to know how to move to get to that one destination. So that's kind of like a comparison. So he also says, let's see here. See, these are things that kind of stood out to me. And I should have took notes, but I want to keep this real organic. And forgive me if I am stalling just a tad. Act to produce results. Now, that can be taken a lot of different ways. Acting to produce results. Let me just read his first couple sentences. While I was known as a neighborhood hair cutter, he was a barber. He may still be doing it. I was also still doing music. My high school didn't have a band, but I and a homeboy formed one literally. We fulfilled a need, a purpose. We took action. I was on the keyboard and he was on the drums. Just the two of us. We played in the stands at all the home football games. We played whatever the most popular songs were on the radio at the time, and we'd have everybody going crazy. As God would have it, a guy by the name of JT the Bigger Figure was at one of the games and approached me about going into the studio with him. So act to produce results. Now, what I got from that is, how should I word it? Basically, like, when you sit down tonight or today or whenever you see this video, vision yourself where that beat's going. Act to produce results. Like, you're acting to get a certain outcome, you know? Like, when I'm making certain beat, I'm like, yo, this is going to so-and-so. I'm sending this to so-and-so's manager because it's that crazy. I'm gonna make this today and it's gonna be dope. Like, you're in your mind, you're already programming yourself. It's kind of related to that destination thing I was talking about. In your mind, you're already like claiming what you're gonna do. You're producing the result before you even do it. It's like Muhammad Ali, I'm the greatest. He kept saying it in his head, I'm the greatest. I'm a bad, fill in the blank. And this guy, he was the greatest. Nobody could beat him. I think he lost once, but nobody matched his title, what that man did. And telling himself over and over, I am the greatest. That, of course, it's positive reinforcement. And I highly recommend you tell yourself that, because, without that type of strength, it's hard to keep moving, man. You got so many haters all over the internet, on YouTube, and you need to remind yourself where you're going. And I'm getting back to the destination. So anyway, act to produce results. I do like that. Act like the producer or person you want to be. So think about, like, Are you a real stand-up person? You know, are you an honest businessman? Are you a person that just wants a quick buck? Or are you a person that wants to make music to impact the world? Like, are you a person that wants to make music and then start charitable organizations to help, you know, countries that don't have running water and food? Do you want to be a producer, to be able to just buy all the cars that humanly possible and buy the biggest house or whatever and just floss? Like, act like the person or producer you want to be. And it's kind of like fake it till you make it, or make believe until it's true. And it's kind of like manifestation. That's what I'm getting out of it. Every opportunity I had, I was in the studio, but I felt like I needed something or someone to gauge my progress. I needed a producer mentor, but I didn't know any personally. So mentors, man, I mentioned this in other videos as well. Mentors are essential. I have a few, and mentors, you know, they've been there. They basically, you want to find, it doesn't even have to be someone you meet personally over and over or on the phone. It could be someone online, you know, it could be somebody on YouTube. Just someone that you know that could add to your life and as a producer and take you further. You know, hopefully some of these videos that I'm doing are doing just that, because that's my goal, is to help you see things clearly, or give you a little more incentive as far as going after your dreams, because I know it's tough, but mentors are essential. Make sure you have one, and especially, I mean, they help pull you, you know, because sometimes you get caught up and you're like, yo, I don't feel like making a beat today, or you make one beat a month, or you know, you're not looking for other opportunities with music. Maybe you saw a contest but you missed the deadline. Maybe there's a showcase but you never showed up. Maybe you bought something and never used it. Stuff like that. So mentors definitely help. Trust me, they changed my life. So the next thing that stood out to me that I'll speak on, and thankfully I got my voice back, so let's see. Once you have mastered your mentor's sound, start adding your own stamp to the track. Yeah, so basically, and this reminds me of the Curtis King book as well. He was learning, Curtis, shout out to Curtis King too, man. That's actually the next series I was gonna do, but this one's about Zaytoven. Zaytoven was, what he mentions here is basically learning from your mentor as a producer, learning how to do things similarly, and then adding your own flavor to it. So I think that was the last thing. I got the name Zaytoven a year later. The key is to take the smallest of action steps every day, and God will put the right people and situations in your life to get you to your destiny. So before my battery runs out on this camera, basically take steps toward your goals every day. Every day. Even if you have to write it down, or you have to have a list, or you gotta pray on it, just take steps every day. Don't be lazy. Don't, you know, get caught up in things that just take away your time. I did a video on this as well about it's called Good Habits and Bad Habits, so make sure you check that out as well. So anyway, I gotta cut it short because the battery's about to die and I don't do a bunch of editing. So anyway, again, it's DJ Fanatic from soundsforproducers.com. Hit that sub button if you got something from this. Click the bell as well, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.